Good afternoon, everyone, especially to our instructor, Mr. Anthony Vert G. Mendoza. Good afternoon. I am Melinda and Anotche from BSED Filipino 3C, and I will be the one who will discuss the revisiting elementary learning plans, integration of 21st century communication skills, and ICTs. Before we proceed to the topic, let us know first the terminologies of terms of the topic, revisiting elementary learning plans, integration of 21st communication skills, and ICTs.
Now let us define first the meaning of the following. Number one here is integration. Number two, 21st century. Number three, communication skills. And last number, ICTs. The first word we have integration. When we say integration, it is the act or process or an instance of integrating, the integration of art and with technology. For example, we should not take for granted that societies will inevitably adapt to increasingly diversity in ways that further social integration. Second word, we have 21st century. When we say 21st century, it is defined as the era we are in now, a time of freedom and technological advancement. We are in the 21st century and the first ones to experience a whole new digital world. Third word, we have communication skills. When we say communication skills, it is the abilities you use when giving and receiving different kinds of information. And communication skills involve listening, speaking, observing, and empathizing. The last word we have ICTs, or what we call the information and communication technology. It is an extensional term for information technology or IT that stresses the role of unified communication and the integration of telecommunications. Telephone lines and wireless signals and computers, as well as necessary enterprise software, middleware, storage, and audiovisual that enable users to access, store, transmit, understand, and manipulate information. Now let us move on with the introduction. As ICT is pervasive in the workplace, the digital component can be integrated into 21st century skills. This study elaborates on the 7 core skills supported by the use of ICT: technical information management, communication, collaboration, creativity, critical thinking, and problem solving. Next one, what is the role of ICT in developing 21st century communication skills? ICT has enhanced distance learning in the 21st century. Successful implementation of ICT to lead change is more about influencing and empowering teachers and supporting them in their engagement with students in learning rather than acquiring computer skills and obtaining software and equipment. Let us proceed with this question. How can you integrate 21st century skills in the teaching learning process? Number one, let your students lead the learning. Learning takes place best in environments where students pre-empowered to learn. Effective teachers are more like moderators, offering inspiration and guiding students to discover for themselves.
How do you let students lead? Build trust with them. Trusting your students and building trust in you is the first step to letting them lead. But if you inherently believe and trust that they want to learn, you can drastically improve your both relationship with them as well as how hard they will work for you.
Next one, we have create an inquiry-based classroom environment. If students are to lead the way to learning, they need to be able to ask questions and then find the means to answer them. Students and teachers need to wonder out loud as they encounter new information. A KWL chart, or what do you know, what do you want to know, what you have learned, can guide students toward true self-motivated learning.
What is the importance of KWL chart? KWL chart are effective tools for students' learning process, helping them recall knowledge and tracking their learning process. While they are used to help students improve reading comprehensions, KWL chart can apply to any topic or lesson.
The next one, we have encourage collaboration. Herein is the heart of collaboration. A healthy, active classroom is sharing classroom. Students are social beings and even more so in a language class. Find every opportunity to allow students to form pairs and small groups. Not only does this encourage the development of speaking and listening skills, but it also teaches students how to effectively achieve goals together.
What makes good collaboration? Collaboration skills enable you to successfully work toward a common goal with others. Include communicating clearly, active listening to others, taking responsibility for mistake, and respecting the diversity of your colleagues.
Next words, we have develop critical thinking skills. Learning is more than memorizing and remembering. Critical thinking skills take students beyond simple comprehension of information.
How do you develop critical thinking? Build in opportunities for students to find connections with learning. Promote interaction among students, ask open-ended questions, allow reflection time, use real-life problems, and allow for thinking practice.
Last one, we have encourage creativity. Encourage your students to be creative throughout each lesson. Creative activities allow students to express what they've learned in a new way.
Why it is important to encourage creativity? What's important in any creative act is the process of self-expression. Creative experiences can help children to express and cope with their feelings. Creativity also fosters mental growth in children, providing opportunities to finding new ideas and new ways of thinking and problem solving.
Good day everyone, I'm Sara Aguilar. This is our topic, integration of 21st century communication skills and ICTs. Role of ICT in the 21st century. The higher education systems have grown exponentially in the last 5 decades to meet the demands of quality education. For all this aspect has further gives momentum due to swift advancement in information and communication technology. The increasing use of information and communication technologies, ICTs, has brought changes to teaching and learning at all levels of higher education systems. So the traditional forms of teaching and learning are increasingly being converted to online virtual environments. The use of ICT in education not only improves classroom teaching learning process, but also provides the facility of e-learning. ICT-enabled education will ultimately lead to the democratization education in the 21st century. The adoption and use of ICT in education have positive impact on teaching, learning, and research. ICT can affect the delivery of education and enable wider access to the same. What is ICT? The term ICT simplified means any technology that has to do with information and communication. ICT is generally used to represent a broader, more comprehensive list of all components related to computer and digital technologies than IT. So today, information and communication technologies are the one thing, and so the repertoire of technologies expands further to encompass computers. So information can come in many forms, such as sound, video, text, and images. So when you think of what technology it is available that produces these aspects of information. The importance of ICT in education. Today, we do not need to go any farther than our own home or even room to see some form of ICT in our lives. This makes ICT a lifestyle choice for much of the population. So this lifestyle choice is changing the way we communicate, in changing how we interact and gather information. So in education, ICT is important because teachers can use different apps or trusted online resources to enhance the traditional ways of teaching and to keep students more engaged. Then making of lesson plans, grading software, and online assessments can help teachers saves a lot of time. So that's all, and thank you.